So today, the Republicans announced something that they called the Pledge to America. Illinois Congressman John Shimkus just happens to be a Republican and represents a good portion of our listening area. He joins us to talk about it. Congressman, how are you?
I'm fine, Mark. How are you?
Hey, first of all, congratulations on the victory again in the congressional basketball game from last week. I attended that game last year and saw how hard you played, but I saw the score. It was a nail-biter this year, wasn't it?
It was a nail biter, and it's amazing how the older I get, the fewer minutes I play on the court. So you saw me play very little last. The great thing is we had Senator John Thune play, and he's a phenomenal classmate when he was a House member and a great athlete, and it was good to have someone that actually could play the game.
Yeah, you told me. I remember you told me last year that he's a ringer, that he's really good. But let's get to the Pledge to America. Did you have any say in helping putting this together, and tell folks what it's all about?
Well, no, not personally. I mean, there was a period of time last night where we had a conference to go over, what they thought they were going to roll out. This was really driven by really the Tea Party rallies and the town hall meetings of 2 summers ago. And we realized that one thing that the public was pretty upset about is that there was this feeling that politicians were not listening to the public. So we decided to try to listen. And that's where this Americans.SpeakingOut.com came in. A lot of times when we would do things, we would throw that in, go to this website, give us your input. And so this is a compilation of information we received from the public on kind of what we need to do right now to address jobs and the economy, the national debt, national security, and the like. And that's kind of the direction by which we rolled out the agenda.
Well, what's your take on this, and what's the feedback been today? It should be noted, and I did a little bit of this earlier in the program, there has not been unanimous support from conservatives on this particular plan. Now, Democrats are going to hammer you no matter what, probably, but not all conservatives outside of the Beltway have been on board with this plan today. You've probably heard a little of that.
Well, I've been pretty busy with healthcare hearings and bills on the floor, and I mean, it's really a crazy environment right now here. So as much as I think people think that we watch each other on TV and the pundits, I haven't done that. I am at an event now where some folks are saying, yeah, no, it's probably, especially some of the conservative commenters aren't. I mean, it's damned if we do, damned if we don't. I mean, some people say you're not specific enough. Some people say, well, you're too specific. I think these are broad guidelines. And, when you guys like Mike Pence, who is the conference chair, is probably one of the most conservative members of the House, and both fiscally and socially, when they're on board, I think we're fine.
Let me ask you a question about tax cuts. I saw that Illinois Senator Dick Durbin said today that it looks like tax cuts are not going to be addressed until after the election. Is that your take?
This is criminal. I mean, what they are saying is, now, they're saying that we're going to go to the campaign raising taxes, and not just on the high earners, all across the board. The Bush tax cuts were across the board rate reductions in every rate, just on the income tax. It says no more marriage. I mean, no, we're going to reinstitute the marriage penalty. We're going to lower the child tax credit. We're going to raise taxes on capital gains. You would wonder who's advising these folks. Are they going to run in November 2nd on the position that we're the party to raise taxes? Because that's what he is saying when they say we're not going to address it. And it's in their court because someone has to force this issue.
But it's an interesting question because the window will be very narrow after the election to do something. And if you don't do something, the taxes automatically go up on everybody.
No one would. No. I can't believe anyone would believe politicians to say, okay, yeah, we're going to fix this after the election. The real barometer of forcing politicians to do things is Election Day. And if you postpone the tough call till after the Election Day and you expect the politicians to do something good after that date is passed, come on. The public is smarter than that.
Illinois Congressman John Shimkus, great to have you on as always, John. Take care.
All right, take care, Mark.